Hello, Pisces. Okay, we rolling? We rolling. Let's roll. We ride it down, bitch. Okay, we here, Pisces. We're going to get into another reading to see what you need to know that could be underneath the surface or hidden that you should know or that you will soon be made aware of. We are getting into this because we're in eclipse season, baby. Okay, all eclipse season. That's what we're going to be doing so that you know what you need to know. Okay, y'all do me a solid. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Hype up the video, you guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonates. If you want a personal reading, the link is below. If you would like to check out the Underground for Love readings or the Nutcase Network for other zodiac sign readings, the link is below. Those channels are linked in the LINKTREE. If you click on the LINKTREE link, it'll take you to the LINKTREE, and you can just click right on the link and it'll take you to the channel to subscribe. If that's too hard, I don't know what to tell you. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong. Go with what you know. Okay, I hope these messages help you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces. Some of you guys want to know how to shuffle. Okay, so what you do, I got big hands, so it helps. What you do is you take half of the deck. You hold your hand like this. You take half of the deck. You take this hand. This is how I learned how to do it. Okay, you see how I'm holding one side, top and bottom, one side, side to side. So you hold it tight with your side to side hand. You grab half the deck with your top and bottom finger. You flip this side around. You see how I'm using my fingers, flipping it around. Tap it. Get your hands right on the edge. These fingers back here just need to hold the cards. The thumb is what's important. You want to get right on the edge like a flip book. Push your fingers down. Push this first finger. Take it from here to here. Push down. There you go. That's how you shuffle, okay? Run it back. Slow it down if you need to know. Okay? Some people shuffle like this. The thumb is still working. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Just for those of y'all who always say, oh my God, I was a casino card dealer in a past life. No, really what it was, I spent a lot of time at the YMCA because my mom was a single mom. I was a transient. I was a latchkey kid outside because my mom was at work. And guess what we did at the YMCA all day? Play speed, play go fish, play queens, play cards, speed, spit, solitaire. The game where you be like this, and whoever got the highest card wins. Oh, the blues, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress, extra, dramatic, trying too hard, shit starter. I always say shit starter because it just says starter, but I feel like that's shit starter. Cleanse, detox, ridding negative energy, purification. Brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach, maybe even religious. Red flags, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Knocked up, pregnancy, expecting, mothering. And reading up, doing research, learning more, gaining insights, okay? Numbing, self-medicating, addictions, irritation, or irrational behavior. Cuffing season, single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. So somebody is on the hunt to numb their problems. Possibly there could be a red flag that they have someone pregnant and they abandon that person. They may be trying to get you pregnant and do the same thing. They don't want you to know that they got a baby on the way. They don't want you to know that someone else is harboring the negative energy that they dumped on them and they left them behind to deal with it without helping them with it. Any type of situation like that. It may not be a literal pregnancy, but there's somebody who is on the hunt for a relationship. And they are toxic. Because I don't know who the fuck is this person cosplaying or something with all this. Who is this Joker with all the teddy bear energy? What is this, cosplay, Comic-Con or some shit? There's somebody here who's playing a role or trying to look like there's something that they're not. They have a mask on or they have some type of disguise, some type of costume that they are wearing, costuming, peacocking, whatever it is that they're doing. They're toxic. They are numbing the pain that they feel. They don't want to deal with whatever it is that's going on inside of them. So they try to numb it and cope using outside things to help them feel better, self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. So they sleep with people unprotected. They probably do some type of drugs. They may drink too much, okay? Because underneath it all, you really love me. Underneath it all, you will love you. Underneath it all, they hiding all that shit. They may even hide behind religion or say that they believe in God and all that shit. Just like that man who came out on Facebook where the girl exposed him for sleeping with a bunch of women unprotected, and all the women was reaching out to her and she was pregnant with the baby. That situation is describing the metaphor for whoever this person is. It's somebody who lies to themselves and lie to other people, and they use numbing agents spiritually to cope with whatever problems that they don't want to deal with that's going on underneath it all. And really, they're depressed and they need to clean up their act, but they don't want to clean up their act. So you're looking into someone because I don't know what you found out, but you saw some type of red flags when it comes to someone blocking you out or trying to create a blockage or trying to hinder your access to seeing what this person is doing. And you're starting to be like, okay, bitch, that's a red flag, because now you don't want me to know about something. Why don't you want me to know about something? Is it because you hiding something? And you're starting to do research and find out after, following the breadcrumbs where the cake is at. Okay. You finding out where the cake is at. Listen, you're not stupid. This could be people who you are encountering if you're getting back out there into the dating world. Okay? What is it that Pisces needs to know? Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God, when it comes to what could be underneath the surface that they should be aware of, what could be secret or hidden that they should be aware of, what anybody is keeping from them that they should be aware of, and anything that's underneath the surface that they will soon find out. Let it be known. If it needs to be known, Spirit. What is the message? Kinky ways. Freak nasty. Freak ho. Freak. About that. It needs to the elbows. Freak. Is that Future? It sure is. Kinky ways. Ew. Fantasies and fetishes. Sexually open. Looking to explore. Surprise me with your big back ass. I said it. Doing too much. Excessive overindulgence. That's that extra card. There's some type of clownery. Somebody likes wearing masks. What the fuck? Somebody likes wearing little teddy bear masks when they fucking. I'm sorry. Listen, it is what it is. Somebody like doing weird shit, okay? Kinky. Detective. Snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. So you could be shocked or surprised that somebody is very kinky underneath the surface, or they just have weird fetishes. And once you look into it and find out, you're going to find out what somebody is really doing. If you don't want to find it, don't go looking. Because if you go looking, you're going to find it. You trying to figure out why somebody's overdoing it, doing too much. I was just having this conversation with one of my skater friends. And we were talking about this dude. This dude comes to the skating rink all the time. And I think I told y'all about this a while back. I think I told members about this when it happened. But recently, there was a skate event that took place, like a skate meetup or something like that, where all the people come and show off their moves and they skate and everything, whatever. So I didn't go. It was this past Saturday. I did not go because I was in the house. I was playing The Sims. I didn't want to go. Okay. Trying to save money, So basically, she told me that the same dude that had ran up on her, and I witnessed, and everybody in our little group witnessed this man coming up on her, being aggressive, acting real, because niggas who argue with women, to me, in my personal opinion, it gives gay. He's gay. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with being gay. But there's an issue when you are not addressing what's going on underneath the surface with you. You're not addressing what happened in your childhood. You're not addressing your issues with your parents and your childhood trauma, and therefore you're taking it out on other people and projecting it on other people. So the reason why I say he act like he's gay is because he argues with women. And that's a very spicy, saucy, feminine trait. Any grown man that I've ever seen before who is confident in their masculinity or confident in their sexuality does not argue back and forth with women. They just not going to do it, because at the end of the day, it's not even so much of like, oh, you know, I'm better than women, they don't deserve me to argue with them. No, it's more of a confidence thing. It's more of like, hey, why the fuck would I as a man argue with a woman? Because first of all, I'm supposed to be the leader. I'm supposed to be the masculine. I'm supposed to be the one who is setting the right example. I'm supposed to be the one who's the protector. Why would I argue with a woman? Because I already have an advantage physically. Like, the physicality is the advantage. So if things were to escalate, what am I going to do? Slap the bitch? You get what I'm saying? And real men don't beat on women. Real men who are confident in their sexuality don't argue with women. So this nigga come to the skating ring and he got a bad reputation where he just be arguing with people, but he always get in fights and arguments with women. And basically he has this reputation, and he came and was harassing my little skater friends in the group, the girls. And the day that it happened originally, I was sitting down watching it, and there was another dude sitting down watching it, and the two other girls in the group were getting up because they had their song come on and they do their little thing around the skating rink. But I was tired, so I was resting. He decided he wanted to come over and be all in our space, and he does this type of shit on purpose. Like, he be watching people to see who he can trigger, because that's how he gets his energy. That's how he feeds when it comes to that succubus energy. So come to find out, last Saturday he was in there, and I guess he didn't know who my friend was, because she said she looked a little different. He came up and asked her to support his business, which ironically is a massage business where he massages women. Okay, succubus energy, bitch. The things you learn. Anyway, she told him, well, you know, I guess you don't remember who I am, or you don't recognize me, but like, the last encounter and experience that I had with you was very unpleasant. So no, I don't want to support your business, respectfully. Like, and there was nothing wrong with her saying that, because the nigga be obtuse. So at the end of the day, he got mad and started arguing with her. Arguing her the fuck down. And it's like, okay, what's going on with you? And she called me and she told me about it. And I'm not trying to like, I'm not trying to overstep her privacy or anything like that. But it's a well-known situation. Basically, I told her when it first happened, I was like, girl, don't feed into that, because she was very upset. Like, as a feminine, like, she is a full-blown feminine energy. Like, she is really in her feminine, and that's how she carries herself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's like, as a feminine, she was getting taken out of character. He was pulling her out of character because he was feeding off that energy, and she was very like upset. And I was upset too, because like, come on, nigga, sit your monkey ass down. You get what I'm saying? So I told her in the moment, like, sometimes you can't fight fire with fire. Sometimes you have to escalate that shit, right? Don't feed into it, because that's what he wants you to do, number one. Number two, go tell, be a snitch. I don't give a fuck. People always like to say, oh, don't snitch, don't snitch. No, I'm going to go over your head and I'm going to escalate that shit to management. Thank you. And number three, I want to talk to his mama, because either his mama abused him, or his mama watched his daddy abuse him and didn't do anything, or his daddy watched his mama abuse him and didn't do anything, or there was some type of like, he give off the vibe where it's some type of like sexual trauma that happened at a young age, and he's not confident in himself, so he has to overextend his physicality. Like, he be gyrating and shit while he's skating, gyrating, and pectoral muscles just flapping, and he's sweating everywhere, got muscles for no reason. And it's like, nigga, we see you trying to cover up some shit. Whether it's LGBTQ plus, dibbling and dabbling, some kinky shit, some weird shit, some abusive behavior, some toxic tendencies. We see that you trying to cover that shit up. What the fuck is going on? But when you dig, that's when you find out. And I don't know why I told that story, but you could be dealing with one of them motherfuckers, and I'm letting you know, you might be shocked. with how far someone is willing to go. And what we talked about in that conversation was that sometimes you got to be careful with people who are very much so into kinky shit. You have to be careful with people who are very much so into wanting to raise the stakes. This could be gambling as well. This could be a person who likes to gamble. This could be a person who has any type of excessive tendencies that create addictive behaviors. Because they're going to constantly want to raise the stakes. They're going to constantly want to up the ante. And I feel like this is a person who is possibly going to take it too far if they're not careful. And you need to be careful if you are this person or if this person is around you. What else? Karmic. Child. Third party relationship lessons. At the bottom, Bonnie and Clyde. Don't get caught up in no bullshit, Pisces. Ride or die. Us against the world. Dedicated partnership. You thought you was dedicated to this person. You thought you was ride or die. You thought you was down the clown, but they're going to take it too far and you're going to be like, wait, hold on now. Hold on now. What you do? Why you got Epstein's phone number in your phone? Today, good vibes, present in the moment. Somebody is living for the moment. Somebody is living for now. They're in the moment. And that's a good thing. But everything in moderation needs moderation, including moderation. You can't be too excessively in the moment and not think of the future at all, because then that causes you to do reckless shit that you will later regret. Somebody is reckless. Yeah, and it might feel good right now, but later it's going to feel bad. That's how this person be feeling. It feels good in the moment, but later they feel guilty about it, or later it feels bad. One more card. Knocked up, wanted to come out. Fuego. Hot. What I know, that's fire. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Possibly a Capricorn with that mask. Chemistry, intense passion. Things are heating up. Somebody is very kinky, but they're karmic. And you may have some very spicy, passionate encounters with this person, but they are karmic. And if you're not careful, their reckless ways are going to come back and backfire on you. And that is the point of a karmic relationship. That's what it means. It's when you look at the devil in the face and you say, devil, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down with you, devil. I'm gonna let you chain me up. But then it's like later on, you want to ignore the consequences. If you deal with somebody who's loose and whorish, you lay down with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. Lust. Look, somebody's got an STD, y'all. Somebody is either risking giving you something, just like that man that I told you about, who was fucking all them women raw all around the city, meeting up with these hoes in random places, having sex in cars, doing all this crazy stuff, and then coming back to his pregnant girlfriend, putting his own child and her at risk of whatever the fuck was floating around out there in the pussies that he was diving in. I don't know what's going on. Inconsiderate, greed, bareback, and then knocked up. Somebody might even get you pregnant. If they do, they will leave you hanging. This is a situation, Pisces, that I feel has happened before. History repeats itself. Either you went through this with somebody similar to this in the past, or they've done this to people before. Don't be a dumb bitch. Don't be a dumb nigga. Don't be a dumb motherfucker. Period. There is a demon child that somebody's dark side wants to bring into the light. This could also be an energy in the collective where a lot of people are throwing caution to the wind. HIV and AIDS is apparently running rampant in Atlanta. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, so please don't take this as medical advice. Disclaimer below. But there's apparently an HIV influx in Atlanta. People running around here catching HIV. Child. Not me, bitch. I ain't fucking none of these dirty dicks. It ain't happening. I don't care how fine or persuasive you think you are. It ain't happening. There's like this energy of like loose morals going around. Because I feel like the controlling forces want people to bring these demon babies into fruition. Because they ain't got the AI, iRobot mothers. They ain't got them bitches up and running yet. Them bitches still got some kinks they need to work out. So they using y'all's kinks to bring the little demon babies into existence. Yeah. Okay. What's this kinky ways? Let's get into it. Page of Cups and the Two of Swords. You don't know, or you may not see that you're about to meet somebody who's like this, but they are. You're about to meet someone who is wanting to be maybe friends with benefits with you. Three of Cups. This situation is going to be unfulfilling. This is also, again, a person who is never satisfied or never fulfilled, no matter how kinky things get, no matter how crazy and wild things get. They're never going to be satisfied. They're always going to have, maybe they have a sex addiction. For some of you, they do. Some of y'all, this person gets on drugs and they start taking drugs. And, you know, they get into them little moods, okay? Three of Cups and the King of Cups. This feels like it's a Cancer, a Scorpio, or another Pisces. Possibly a Libra. Or Aquarius. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's an Aries, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Libra, an Aquarius. Strong Scorpio, though. Something is happening for you that's good in your life. And you don't see that someone is watching you. There's a person watching you. They are watching you celebrate. King of Cups, Three of Cups. Somebody is watching you dancing with your friends, drinking with your friends. They feel like they're targeting you because they feel like you're the most naive, or you're the youngest, or you're the most inexperienced. Somebody's got a kink or a fetish or something. You may look very young also for your age. This person could be a PDF file. But they're targeting you. You don't see that this person is like cultivating this plan or imagining this fantasy that they have, and they're watching you. And they could be going through some type of disappointment, or they just could feel unsatisfied with life. Nothing really gets them off. Listen, this could be metaphorical or literal. Political, literal, metaphorical. This could be a sexual thing, or this just could be a life thing, right? And they're targeting you. It's like a dom sub type of situation, BDSM. Somebody who wants to like, what is it called? Dominate you. Not dominate you, but somebody who wants to, like, humiliation or something. Humiliation ritual. I don't know what this is, but they're targeting you. They see you out with your friends, drinking, celebrating, having fun. They see you maybe at a party or a gathering, having fun. They see you in your neighborhood, your community, walking around, having fun, doing whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you outside. I don't know what you're doing, but somebody is watching you doing whatever you're doing, and you having a good time doing it. And they're targeting you because they feel like you're the easiest target. And you don't see that that's why they're targeting you. What's karmic? Five of Wands. Ace of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. This could be somebody who's working with a group as well. What the fuck is this? Is this a cult? Somebody could be, somebody could be targeting you for a cult. And it's some type of sex cult. I don't know. It's something that, somebody's very charismatic. Whoever this is easily makes friends. They pick up people off the side of the road who look scared. They pick up people. They find a way to connect with people through something. Maybe pain, hardship. They're very like, I want to say aggressive, but it's not really aggressive. It's more so like charismatic, flattering. They're very like, aesthetically pleasing. They could be very attractive. This person just has a way with words. They are the type of person who is alluring, okay? I feel like you feel confused about this, or you're at a crossroads when it comes to this situation, trying to make the right decision, because you feel a connection to this person, but you also feel a conflict when it comes to the connection with this person. You can tell that it's karmic. You can tell a situation is karmic, and you can tell that there could be possibly other people involved. You feel the presence of other people. What I feel like this is that there's a person here who sleeps around, or they get around, or they're very loose with their energy. They don't put up boundaries with people. And it's like the confliction in your mind, or the conflicting feelings that you get from this person, are all the faces of everybody who they fucked in the past. Or it's all the faces of people who they tried to, take as victims in the past. And you're seeing like their faces, or you're hearing their voices in your mind. And it's like you trying to balance out what's real and what's not. It's kind of like a weird energy where, the Megan Thee Stallion album where her face was all blurred and it was like 2 or 3 different faces. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing like an image of a blurred face that looks like 2, 3, 4, 5 different faces. And it could be a combination of all the people who are similar to this person, who are karmic in your life from the past that you've already moved on from. And, you're at a crossroads because you have to decide if you want to learn another lesson again. And you see all the faces of those past people who were just like this person that you fell victim to. Or it's all the people who fell victim to this person in the past. And they're like, it's like I just hear a bunch of people fucking talking. Shut up. Everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Shut up. That's what it is. But it's like coming off of one person. It's like a lot of static and noise. What's the 5 of Wands? Magician. Bitch, look at how it flipped out. Can't none of y'all hoes tell me I'm a liar. Okay? Thank you to everyone who's here who's actually intelligent and not stupid. I hope this reading is entertaining, because we're here for entertainment purposes. Like and subscribe, you guys. Don't be weird. Like the video, okay? Hype it up. Engage. Oops, somebody might be engaged. I just heard we are engaged. Okay. The Hierophant. And there's we are engaged, commitment, okay, marriage, traditional relationships. But underneath the surface, someone does things that are kinky. This could be a married person. This could be someone who lives a double life. This could be someone who is a spiritual practitioner, okay? There was a reading I did on the Nutcase Network with the thumbnail trafficking, and I can't remember the title, but the thumbnail was trafficking, correct? One of you lovely members, it's actually Mercury Water, sent me a nice little video detailing a cult leader who was operating as a pastor in a church in Texas who got discovered trafficking people and forcing people to do labor for free. The title of the reading is, the thumbnail says trafficking. Spirit, it says, spirits answering your prayers, and it says what they're doing is illegal and they're about to get exposed. And when I posted that, literally days later, Mercury sent me the link to this pastor being exposed. So this could be a spiritual leader. This could be someone who is very trusted in the community. This could be a person who is definitely on the up and up on paper. They look good on paper, or they have some type of like reputation that's very positive. People feel like they can trust them. They may run a church, a nonprofit, a spiritual group, something like that. Do some type of like yoga, exercise, be a fitness coach, some type of manifestation work to try to improve yourself. Somebody like fucking Fresh and Fit, all them idiots, or anybody who's one of these like life coaches out here who says upscale and up level your life, or Kevin Samuels or whoever. That's how this person appears. They're an inspirational or motivational figure that people trust in the community. However, with the Magician, they have a secret hidden life. They have hidden intentions or hidden motives behind whatever it is that they're doing on the surface. Okay, there's some type of secret spell work that's going on with the things that they say and they do. Whatever their spiritual practices are, whatever their motives and intentions are behind what they're doing, it's spell work, but it's covert spell work. And you feel that this person is dangerous. I feel like you can sense the goals that they have in mind. You can sense the outcome that they want to achieve. You can feel this person looking at you, trying to get your attention. And I feel like you feel confused or conflicted about dealing with this person because you believe in what they do on the surface, but you don't agree with what they do behind the scenes. Okay? Or you agree with what this person does on the surface, but you don't like the people who they hang out with, right? You enjoy this person's company, but you don't like their friends. You don't like their family, but they still deal with those people, right? You got to understand them motherfuckers ain't going to like you. They're going to hate you. So somebody is manipulating some type of chaos or trying to manipulate a situation, manifest a situation, nefariously create a situation that causes chaos, conflict, delays, obstacles. It's somebody who's karmic in your life. They're actually a little nervous about approaching you because they're always being manipulative. And they kind of sense from you that they may be in danger if they approach you, but their kinky ways and their fetishes and their lack of satisfaction causes them to throw caution to the wind and be very reckless and come towards you because they see you as an easy target or they see you as naive. It's like you're a sleeper cell. You're a sleeper cell. So it's like maybe you're an undercover agent. This could be a PDF file. You could be a police officer catching PDF files. Or you could be someone who's working on catching a big fish. This could be another Pisces, okay? This could be a dark Pisces. Anyway, I feel like you're going to catch this person. Somebody could be undercover. Somebody could be gay. LGBTQ+, like I said. What's this fuego? Death reversed. Okay. Something that's not changing. Hangman, stuck, Four of Swords. So some of you guys are, if you're trying to trap somebody and catch somebody, you're waiting for things to heat up. Do what you do. I also feel like a lot of you Pisces are feeling stuck and you're trying to look at a situation from a different perspective to see why it's not changing. And I feel like you know what you need to do. I also feel like you're waiting until something changes to decide to do something. It's like you're kind of in this meditative state. Sleeper cell, bitch. Somebody's going to awaken you. Also, the Manchurian Candidate, maybe. Not the one with Denzel, the original one from back in the day that was in black and white. So there could be some type of sleeper cell situation that's going up. That type of shit could be heating up. Cult shit, weird PDF file shit, people getting exposed, this promiscuous nature, all this type of stuff. What's this death card reversed? You may come across a serial killer, bitch. It kind of gives this vibe where some of y'all may have encountered a serial killer and you don't even know it. That's crazy. Hey, Pumpkin Poo. I see you. You finally getting in the window, girl. She's so cautious. What's the death card reverse? Somebody also could be faking their death. They're not really dead. They're playing dead, or I don't know. That could be somebody's kink. They may want you to, I don't know. Somebody, what is that, necrophiliac or something? I don't know. Somebody wants you to play dead in the bed and act like you dead. But one day they might take it too far. Anyway, what's the death reverse? Somebody could also be faking their death. They're not really dead. Eight of Wands. Some type of communication or action from someone is not changing. There's no change, or they don't want things to change. They want the communication between you to stay the same because that's what they enjoy. They want it to benefit them. Somebody just wants something to benefit them, but you're feeling the loss or you're feeling unfulfilled from the situation because I feel like you feel abused. You want to take your power back. And I feel like you're realizing that it's not actually liberating. It's actually very constricting. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you in a place of being controlled. And you want to finally have peace and rest. Okay. I don't know if this is a poly relationship. I don't know if you're in a cult. I don't know if you guys are in an open relationship. I don't know if you're dealing with someone who has a sex addiction. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if this is somebody who wants you to be barefoot, bareback, and pregnant all the time. But something is going on where it's making you realize that you want your freedom from something, despite how enticing it may be. You want to be released from whatever this toxic addiction is. You want to be released from this toxic person. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm telling you, this is the reading. Scorpio energy, possibly Taurus energy, Gemini, Aries, and maybe Aquarius with the Magician card. Y'all, pay attention to everything I do in the reading. Y'all. Okay. Do you want the demon baby implanted in you, or you want to get your ass up and go? What else does Pisces need to know? Relaxing. So yeah, something is causing an issue with you relaxing. Beacon. My bad. See an array of hope, a way out of a situation, able to stand your ground. So you see how you can escape this. Behind the scenes, you could be making plans for your escape, praying for your escape. I don't know if some of y'all are stuck in a cult. But I said on that reading, prayers are being answered. There's a Pisces who's stuck in a cult, and I'm picking up on their energy. If you are out there watching and you're stuck in a cult, there is a sleeper cell in your organization. If you are running a cult, you better get your shit together, bitch. Don't fucking come over here watching me trying to help your cult survive. Get the fuck out of here, ho. You're about to get caught, bitch. Go run. Go run. I know you want to run. There's nothing you can do about it. If you're stuck in a cult or you're stuck in a very controlling situation with someone, Pisces, there is someone in undercover, or you are the sleeper cell, because it's something that you did or some breadcrumbs that you left that somebody's picking up on. And I'm not going to say somebody's going to come and rescue you, but it kind of feels like your prayers are going to be answered. So if you prayed for this to be over, or you prayed for there to be some type of like endings to this situation, it's gonna end. If you're married to some old fuck or weird ass geezer, even if they're not old, if they're young, it doesn't matter, and you've been praying to be freed from the situation, somebody might just die, and then you're going to be freed from the situation. I'm not wishing death on a person. I am predicting things based on what the cards say. Okay, some of you might get pregnant and have to go to the hospital, and then it's going to be revealed what the fuck is going on, because the doctors and the nurses are going to be concerned about what's going on with you. You may have contracted some type of STD. That's going to tell you what's going on with this person. Whatever is disrupting your peace that you prayed to be freed from, Spirit is answering your prayers. Whatever this person is doing is illegal. They are going to be caught. If there is a team or a group working with this person, everybody's tripping because they feel scared that something is about to go down. The fire is starting to burn under their feet. This karma is coming back to bite somebody hard. And I don't know what this is about or who this involves. You may see this on the news. Maybe this is just so you guys can believe that whatever I say is actually some real ass shit. I don't know what this is. But if you are in that situation, your prayers are going to be answered, or you're going to have to save yourself. Because some of y'all are in a situation that you know is fucked up, but you are, I don't know, hesitating for some reason to save yourself, or you feel hopeless, like you can't get out of a situation because you've had kids with this person or whatever the fuck is going on. But there is hope and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Spirit is trying to lead you and guide you with this lighthouse, and they're sending you a ray of hope. So if you see the light at the end of the tunnel, follow it. Literally. Bad habits, yeah. Because it's stressing you out. Why is this relaxing card coming out sideways like this? I just felt something in my kidneys. Someone may have kidney failure or something like that. I'm not a doctor or psychologist. Sun card. Maybe somebody's forcing you to drink or do drugs. I don't know what this is. There's something, maybe a kidney stone. Because look at where they're pressing at. I just felt this in my kidneys. Look at where they're pressing at. That's down there where your kidneys is at. If anybody tell you your kidneys is somewhere else, they're a fucking liar. But yeah, there's light shining on that, or you need to put your hand on your kidney to make it feel better. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. I'm talking shit. Don't listen to me. Go ask your doctor, should you put your hand on your fucking kidney? Page of Wands. This is a confirmation of you finding out. This is something that's underneath the surface that you should know. This could be one of your family members doing this stupid ass shit. Somebody could target you for this cult. Somebody could accuse you of participating in this cult, but you're really a victim or something. I don't know. Somebody could be trying to pin this shit on you, but you're really a victim of it. And they're trying to throw you under the bus so that they don't get in trouble. There's a message that's coming in, possibly from a Leo, that's going to stress you out. Something about their family, some money, a job. I don't know. What's this sun card? Empress. Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Libra. There's a pregnant woman here who was pregnant by a cult leader. This could be a PDF file. Somebody underage could be pregnant. Page of Wands. The Fool card and the Five of Cups. This could be your mother or somebody. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is some weird ass shit. But there's a new baby coming. There's a new beginning here. There's a new cycle coming. I feel like I'm reading for people in a cult who are all having babies by the same person. There's a new baby. There could be a loss of a pregnancy as well. I don't know, though. What was the other card with that Page of Wands? I can't remember, and I can't run it back. I gotta actually look at the deck and see. What was that other card with the Page of Wands? Y'all be sure to like the video and subscribe. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. There's something new bringing abundance into your life. So if it's not a literal baby, it's a new project, a new career, a new job, a new home, a new relationship that's bringing joy and abundance into your life. But it definitely signifies that something else from the past is over. And it could be kind of stressful because the confirmation that the past is over is a good thing, but it's also a challenging thing. Because even though you're happy about whatever this is, you know your life is never going to be the same. It's the metaphor of having a baby. You get what I'm saying? Because you could literally be having a baby or somebody else is, but it's the metaphor of having a baby, right? It's a joyous moment. It's a blessing. It's something beautiful, but it's also something really scary because you know your life is never going to be the fucking same. And it's going to be that way for a really long time. So, you know, I think somebody is getting knocked up by a person who don't really care for them. And maybe you're advising somebody, giving somebody advice. I don't know. Yeah. What else does Pisces need to know? Ooh, child. Not playing games and mistress. With the bad habits. Okay. Ooh, fake numbers. Mistress. And playing games. Somebody is trying to play games to control. They're manipulating and playing games to control somebody's thoughts, mind, actions, whatever behavior. Somebody is like wanting to be in a dom sub relationship. Somebody likes BDSM. I don't know what the fuck is this. I don't know. Challenges. Feeling overwhelmed, being needy, and holding on. Take it one day at a time. Entrapment. Yeah, somebody wants to keep you stuck or keep you holding on in a situation. Somebody could have very volatile emotions towards you. This may not be somebody who's, I don't know. It's just somebody who don't have a lot of self-control. This could be somebody who, if you don't be with them, they don't want you to be with nobody. I don't know who this is, but they're upset and still holding on to a situation, trying to keep you entrapped or controlled or locked in a situation. It's bitches in dungeons. It's somebody in the dungeon. It's people in dungeons somewhere. It is some kids. You would never know that somebody is keeping kids in the fucking basement and locked up in jail cells and dungeons, bitch. And it's a group of people doing this shit. And this motherfucker is a pastor, a spiritual leader. I don't know who this person is, but they are going to go to jail. Because there is a fake or unknown number that's calling them, and somebody's playing on the phone. It's probably the police. I don't know who the fuck this is, but they are targeting like little kids at parks and shit. I'm telling you right now, there is a fucking pedo out here that's about to get caught. And they're doing something to take action to keep this going so they don't get caught, because they are kinky like that. This is a serial killer, some murderer, or a pedo. It's about to be them, like Jeffrey Dahmer times. You get what I'm saying? Well, wasn't that the one Jeffrey Dahmer who was putting the little boys up under his mama's house? I don't know. It's like giving serial killer. Sleeper cell. What's fake and unknown numbers, mistress, and playing games? Fool card. One more card. Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, a shift is taking place. You can expect to be freed, or if something's going on, I don't know if this is your child, you can expect to be free of this person, free of the situation. Somebody else might be getting set free. This person may think they're going to get away with this, but they're actually going to go to jail. That bitch is stupid. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. I feel like if you're involved with somebody who is doing this behind the scenes, you're not going to be held liable, because you may be considered to be one of the victims. Kind of did it. Okay. I don't know what the fuck this is. The mother knew. Okay, don't feel bad about the mama. The mama knew. Dormammu from the movie Doctor Strange. The mama knew. Is somebody chanting the demon's name? The mama knew. She already knew. Dormammu. Your time's up, Dormammu. And Dormammu lost his fucking mind. He was like, leave me alone. Break me free from this curse. Yeah, so it's like sleeper cell. Somebody's about to crack the case. Some of y'all are avoiding this serial killer. Some of it's just as simple as some weird ass person who don't want to let you go from the past and who has a weird fetish to want to torture you because you broke free. Anyway, this could be a person some of y'all are meeting, or somebody who's targeting you. You could be being targeted. Just, watch your kids, hide your wife, because they snatching everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We looking for you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy. Shout out to my millennials, because that came out when I was in high school, and it was a news interview that 2 little white boys remixed into the song of the millennia, okay? You don't have to come and confess. They looking for you. They gon' find you. So you can run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy. Some of y'all might see some videos of some kids being brought out of a basement or a dungeon. I remember recently I saw a story of this lady who was kidnapping these kids that she was babysitting, and they had them trapped in the basement. The mama knew. Devil worshiping ass bitches. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3. Let's get one more deck. Oh, you know what deck I'm finna use? This is the perfect reading for this. This deck right here. Leo energy, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio. Libra. It's somebody who on the surface comes off as very balanced, like a Libra or a Taurus or a Virgo. But underneath the surface, they got a Scorpio placement that's crazy. This is the Shadow Side Oracle and the Dark Night of the Soul Oracle. What is it that Pisces needs to know? Clarify this situation. Somebody's going to see literally a ray of light coming through like a dirt floor or wall or something. And that's going to be the hope, the beacon of hope. Somebody's a beacon of hope. Solidifying to whoever's trapped that they're going to be set free. Okay? Or there's some sign that they see that they're going to be set free. Anyway, if you have a child that's been kidnapped, they will be set free. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I can't tell you what the trauma is going to be, but they will be set free if you have a child who's been kidnapped or lost. Now, I'm not going to guarantee anything. They're going to be set free, okay? Either their soul is going to be free or they're going to be set free. This could be a hostage situation. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sleeper cell. Anything else when it comes to this reading? Any more information? Oh, my Lord. I'm very lonely. He gives me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling, stinking ass big back bitch indeed. I know a gold digger way over town that digs on me. She give me money. Doubtful. I want to tell you everything, but I'm afraid of being judged. Somebody's afraid of letting you know that they are a weird, kinky ass motherfucker. This could be somebody who watches the dark web and they watch videos of kids who are trapped and kidnapped in cults and who are in bondage against their will with PDF files controlling them for views online on the dark web. I'm just being real. The dark web is, the light is being shown on the dark web, okay? Doubtful. You doubt this person or you don't trust this person. They feel very lonely, but they have this insatiable, like, kinky desire within them that's like, They're just trying to say, oh, I did it because I was lonely, or I do this because I'm lonely. No, it's something else going on. They're afraid to tell you what's really going on because they feel like you're going to judge them. Yeah. It's somebody who, and that's what I was talking about with my friend. It's like, how far are you really willing to go? If you are willing to do all this kinky weird shit and you're willing to keep pushing the envelope, you know, with your sexual partners that are consenting, how far are you willing to take it? If you're never satisfied on any type of level, you're willing to take it too far because one day you're going to turn up and be a serial killer, and it's crazy. What else does Pisces need to know? Anyway, my insecurities are getting the best of me. I'm very lonely and possessive, but they're trying to act like they're not. They're trying to cover up this possessive, controlling nature that they have. And you're starting to question the excuses that they give you. Workaholic, apathy, very disconnected. Soul is disconnected. Feeling very detached. This person spends too much time online. So what I'm getting is, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like I'm picking up on whatever this person is observing or doing behind the scenes that they're afraid to tell you because they're afraid that you're going to judge them. And they're a very insecure person who throws themselves into work. That means that they probably look really good on the surface on paper, but they're probably a deviant behind the scenes. And I feel like this person watches some weird shit online. They're online way too much. They're desensitized to some weird ass shit that they be watching on this laptop. I feel like this person is, I don't know. If you have a child with this person or you already had a child with this person, they were trying to spawn a demon, but I don't know if it worked. This could also be what's going on. It's like the dark web. What's going on in the dark web is coming to light. But this could also be like things that people do that usually they're made to feel ashamed of is starting to become more accepted. Because, you know, over there on Kick, apparently there was some creator who was going live on Kick. And Kick is a trash ass platform. It's like It's like the trailer park version of Twitch. And somebody was apparently, first of all, this man was basically tortured. It's obvious that he was being tortured, and they trying to act like that's not what happened. But he passed away on a live stream. There was also something else that went down, and I just didn't watch it. But there was a guy apparently who was on the platform of Kick called a, not a night ballerina, because she wasn't a stripper, but called basically a prostitute to the house to bone down with. And her kid was right there in the room watching, which is against the law. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's basically like exposing a child to lewd behavior, lewd acts, and things like indecency and things like that. And it's like, yeah, you can do what you want to do in the comfort and privacy of your own home. But you remember that black man who got in trouble, the nature man who got in trouble for letting his kid and talking, he was online talking about he let his son touch his thing and everything else. It's some weird ass shit that's coming out that people are trying to get people, like the controlling forces and the demons and entities behind this are trying to get people to accept as normal. They're going to start exposing what's going on the dark web and acting like it's normal. They're doing it through the platform Kick. So you may know somebody who watches Kick, or you may know somebody who watches shit on the dark web, or who indulges in this type of kinky shit. And they're going to try to normalize it and make it something that, you know, oh, you should accept that this is normal. This is a part of life. This is natural and all this other shit. No, it's not. It's not natural. It's demented. It's a possession of a demonic energy that's in you telling you to violate a child, which is unacceptable. There's going to be some people who are freed from this, though. Sleeper cell. Your kid might be the sleeper cell. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad if you have a kid who's been kidnapped or taken, who may be experiencing trauma. Please don't take this as me being insensitive to your pain or their pain. That's not what I'm saying. But I told you guys before, it's going to be some crazy shit going down. And I told you guys before that it's, allegedly to appease the YouTube gods. There's definitely some shit that's going to come out on the surface. And we've seen natural disasters. We've seen fires. We've seen plane crashes, all these types of things. But you have to know that some people in this lifetime chose their assignments the way they did so that change could be created. And unfortunately, we have to take ourselves out of it. We have to remove ourselves from being so close to the situation and see the bigger picture. If you had a child who somebody wanted you, it's like maybe somebody wanted you to have their demon spawn, their Chucky's child, Chucky's bride type shit. They wanted you to have a child and bring this demon spawn into existence, but your love and your power and your magic overpowered whatever the fuck that they were doing. Your child may be in this situation. Maybe you escaped the cult, but your child is still stuck there. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but they're a sleeper cell themselves. Either you're the sleeper cell or they're the sleeper cell. And even though it may be hard to deal with, the essence of your child's soul and their being and their spirit is what's going to break this curse. I told you we break curses over here. It's not always going to be easy. You're not going to always like what I say, but it's going to be real. Anyway, I'm very lonely, insecurities, hermit. Someone is definitely to themselves because they're insecure, because they know that they can get really possessive and controlling. Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like somebody, if they have the opportunity, they will snatch somebody. Six of Cups. Look at that. Giving candy to the babies. Coming in the ice cream truck. Passing out stuff. Queen of Cups. Six of Cups. And the World. Feminine energy. Some of y'all are finally letting go of the past. Maybe you were a child that was raised in a cult. Maybe you had a child who got caught up in a cult. Maybe you guys had some type of kidnapping situation with your child, or some type of situation where, somebody victimized your child. It doesn't have to be kidnapping or cults or anything in basements. It could just be somebody who came into your house and violated your child. Whatever the situation is, I feel like you're setting yourself free from that when it comes to the emotions that you feel about not being able to protect your child, or being confused, or feeling guilty about what happened, being unsure about your choices, questioning yourself. that is starting to be released. Okay, I feel like some of you guys are, maybe if something happened to you when you were young, you were a very helicopter mom or helicopter dad over your kids. Maybe you're finally overcoming that fear, okay? Because because like this seemed very theatrical. This very reading seemed very theatrical. Not to say that it might not be real, but I'm just saying like this kind of feels like the terrors of a parent or the worries of a parent who doesn't want their child to get caught up in bullshit. Somebody who hovers over their child because they don't want them to be snatched. Somebody who grew up in maybe the 90s when kids was getting snatched and kids was going missing. And you always used to get that mailer that showed you the picture of a child when they got kidnapped and then the computer generated version of how they would look when they got older because they've been gone for 10 years. And it was scary. So there's this disconnection where you don't really connect with people or you don't really bond with people because you're afraid of all this type of stuff. I feel like you're letting that shit go. I feel like you're gaining control over your insecurities because you see the opportunity for you to possibly have a different life or a different experience. You're finally letting go to what happened to you or to what you're afraid could happen. Yeah, 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups. See what I'm saying? The anxiety and fear that something actually caused you that happened in the past or the fear that it could happen. Yeah. King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's like somebody told you. I don't know. Somebody told you some shit that was made you nervous or afraid. Or I don't know. Your parents probably were very negative. Okay. A sister or a brother, a sibling was probably very, very negative. Or somebody close to you was like, oh, fuck love, all this type of stuff. And they made you feel like, I don't know. They made you feel like everybody hates everybody and the world is horrible. And that's not actually true. Okay? And you're finally starting to break free from the mind games and the control that they tried to trap you in. Because you're starting to see hope in your situation from things that were happening in your life that were not changing. I feel like somebody targeted you because you were young and innocent and they told you something in order to control you. Parents, older brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. This could definitely be somebody who took advantage of you when you were young. Your mother knew about it. Okay, the mama knew. The mama, Dormammu. Somebody was possessed by a demon as well. I said what I said. I said what I said. But whatever this was that's been controlling you your whole life and causing you to live behind the guise of like a fake mask your whole life, that's coming off. I'm not judging you either. If this is you who's dealing with these addictions and you trying to break free, there's a beacon of hope. You are going to break free. There's something that you're going to get very excited about that's going to, I feel, take you out of this situation. I don't know. It feels like some weird energy that's connected to like the mother, the womb, what happened in the womb, trauma that happened in the womb. Like if you were a product of rape or if your mom got assaulted when you were in the womb, it's like maybe your mom got beat on when she was pregnant with you. I don't know. It's something like that. Garnet, justice. It says mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. At the bottom, we have citrine, illusions. Everything you can imagine is real. Because yeah, it's like that's a mind fuck right there. Everything you can imagine is real, but they say illusion. So it's like the things that these people were trying to make you afraid of or the things that you feared are real things. They can happen. They have happened. They do exist. But the reality or the thought that this will become your reality is an illusion or something like that. Or it's like maybe they're trying to expose stuff and they're telling you about all this stuff that's going on the news, social media, but it's kind of an illusion. Like, yes, that could really happen. Yes, whatever they're talking about or reporting on has happened before, but the way that they're presenting it, there's something fake about it. There's phoniness about it. There's some type of an illusion about it. And it's because they want to prompt people towards strict justice. But mercy bears richer fruits. So there's going to be a very unmerciful, unforgiving leader or someone who's involved in this. I also feel like somebody may want the death penalty for a person. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But there's an illusion that they're creating to get an emotional response and reaction from people. Because they want people to be so like viscerally moved to do whatever they suggest to do. They want to get people on board to agree with their form of justice, but it's a very strict, rigid, aggressive form of justice that isn't really like balanced. And they want to convince people, whoever these people are or whoever you're involved with, they want to convince people to agree with that strict form of justice when there's actually a better way to handle the situation. Okay? This could be just about your parenting skills, the type of parent that you want to be. You could be pregnant and you're thinking about the type of parent that you want to be. And I feel like you want to have a mixture between being very relaxed as a parent, but also being stern and having discipline with your children. You may have grown up in a household that was very strict and unforgiving. Okay, maybe you grew up in the desert or in Arizona or some shit, but it was a very unforgiving landscape or an unforgiving emotional climate with your family, which created these weird dynamics within you that I feel like have controlled certain decisions that you've made in your life. And it's made you very like toxic, where you don't really have enjoyment in anything because there was never any real enjoyment, laughter, happiness, support when you grew up. It's like this weird dynamic, okay? So either you're going to pick up what I'm throwing down or you're not. So at this point, right, it's true how you grew up. It's real. The things that the people told you to scare you is real. All these things could possibly be happening, but it's about how you want to choose to move forward, right? Because that's how I've been, like, and this could be a situation where somebody is not strict enough. Somebody could have a little unruly little fucker. So there's some mama out here who has an unruly ass child who knows their child is out of control and they know they should have disciplined their child more, and they know their child was out somewhere killing cats and squirrels and they didn't do anything about it. And now the motherfucker is out of control. You know, hiding people in dungeons and shit, doing PDF file shit. Because the mama didn't want to deal with it. It was probably drinking her wine and too deep into her stories to give a fuck. Because she was probably dealing with some shit that she didn't want to deal with. Whatever this is, I feel like that's what this is. Okay? Don't act like it didn't happen. Address it. Don't ignore it or act like it didn't happen. Address it. I just feel like this is either what happened to you as a child, what someone is going through that you aren't aware of around you, or how you're thinking when it comes to raising your kids, okay? Malachite, judgment. Reserving judgments is a matter of infinite hope. Yeah, so Spirit is basically saying that while all the horrible things can be true, it's better to have mercy than strict justice. And it's better to not judge people for what they've been through, because there's a lot of shit probably that is hidden under the scenes or behind the scenes with all of us, that if people really knew where our kinks were and people really knew where our shadow side went, some of the times it would be a little fucked. It would be fucked. And what we gonna all do, stand around and judge each other and be in a circle jerk of beating each other down because we all got fucked up situations? No, that's not gonna solve anything. Anyway, I said what I said. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Don't be a weird ass bitch. Get in the comments and let me know if it resonated. Book your readings. And please donate to the Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle if you can. If you can't, just engage with the video. Hype it up. Hype Hype it up. I'll see y'all next time, Pisces. Remember, this is our circle, booze. Bye.